Hi everybody, and you're very welcome to our Los Angeles English School YouTube channel. If you don't know me, my name's Helen. I'm head teacher at Los Angeles English School, and in today's lesson we're going to talk about IELTS writing task number 1, and specifically we're going to learn how to describe a process. So because we are going to talk about describing a process, it's academic IELTS. So this is the academic IELTS writing task number 1. So there are two options that could possibly happen during the IELTS. You can be asked to describe a man-made process or different natural processes. So today we're going to look at how to describe something which is done by men. Alright, so I hope that you are ready. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel yet, I'm encouraging you to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, of course, if you'd like to get notified of all our upcoming videos. Alright, so let's jump right into our task. Alright, so this is something that you can see during the exam, and here we have the task. The diagram below shows the process of recycling plastic bottles. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. So this is what you can see during the exam. So first I'd like you to take a moment and look at these pictures. So just try to learn what's going on. Alright, so here we have the process of recycling plastic bottles and how they go to different stages. Let's take a look at the plan. So in what order we have to describe it. So as usual, there is the same requirement, so you have to write a 150-word summary, but I'm going to remind you, you aim to write about 170 words, and you should take no more than 20 minutes for writing this task. Don't forget that you will have 2 writing tasks, which is going to be writing task number 1, which now we're talking about, and also writing task number 2, which is an essay. So that is why for this task it's about 20 minutes. So let's take a look at the plan. So the first step is introduction, as usual. What you have to do in your introduction is to paraphrase the main question of the task. So this is the same for all kinds of writing tasks. Number 1 for academic IELTS. The next, you need to write down the body. And what you do in the body is you describe the stages in the process in a logical way. So this task resembles map description. So I think this is pretty much the similar thing. All right, so the next you write overview, or you also can call it conclusion, where you summarize only key features and link causes and effects, and we will take a look at this a little bit later because it's important and you still need the overview. And it's kind of difficult here because you describe the process and what to say. So I will show you in a moment. By the way, this overview or a little conclusion can go right away after introduction, or you can keep it till the end of your task. So I'll give you my example and I will put my overview after the introduction, just not to forget about it. All right, this is our plan. And now let's practice a bit. So let's practice writing the intro. So you need to state what the diagram's pictures show. And for this, you have to paraphrase the main question of the task using your own words rather than copying from the question. So starting your answer, the diagram illustrates, shows, or demonstrates. So even if it's the description of a process, they still call it the diagram. So this is what we had in our task. So what we have. The diagram below shows the process of recycling plastic bottles. Take a moment and try to paraphrase this sentence in your own words, and this is going to be your introduction. So I'll give you a minute, and if you're here, because I can see that a few people have joined me, yeah, so type your answers in the chat box, guys. So go for it, try to write your own intro. You have 1 minute. So I have the answer. The diagram demonstrates the process of recycling plastic bottles. Yeah, Andrew, that's great. You know, I think that just my little recommendation is to paraphrase the introduction a little bit more. So just a bit more. use your own words. It's not a big deal, like your introduction is okay, so you paraphrases a little bit, but try to go beyond this. So for example, the diagram illustrates how used plastic bottles are recycled and molded into new ones. So maybe you also can think how to paraphrase the construction or the structure of the sentence. Paraphrase it, as I said, just a bit more. So try to paraphrase the sentence, change the construction. Yeah, so this would work much better. All right, so let me check. Maybe I have some answers. Like here we have the... All right, so let's go on. So let's take a look at this process one more time. And you can see steps here, and let's try just in simple words, in simple sentences, to describe what is going on. And I'll give you my example, then we'll practice together. So the first thing, if you look at the first step, so actually we have lots of help here. So you can read collection from recycling bins. So you need to make a sentence. So a simple sentence would be, collectors put used bottles into a recycling bin. The next, sorting into colors at recycling plant. So you can write something as, these bottles go to a factory and are sorted by color. The next we have step number 3, crushing machine. So you can say something as, then a machine crushes the bottles into a bundle. Then we have step number 4, cutting machine. Next, the bottles are put in a machine that cuts them up. Then we have separation and heating machine. Then we see plastic pellets. So number 5, after this, the broken bottles are cleaned. Number 6, then this clean plastic is put into a heater by a worker. As you can see, there is lots of passive here. So passive voice is very common for describing a process as well as natural. So we have here man-made, and natural works in a similar way. So, all right, number 7. The plastic is made into pellets by the device, and afterwards these pellets are put into another machine and a screw molds them into bottles. So these are simple sentences how you can describe these steps, and this can go into one paragraph, which is called the body. All right, so these sentences are rather simple, and now I'd like to practice more. So here you have the 8 sentences which we just looked at, and then we have letters from A till H. So these are the sentences how you can say it in a little bit different way. So these sentences are maybe better developed, a little bit more extended. I give you a minute and let's try to match the sentences together. So, collectors put used bottles into a recycling bin. Can you find the sentence that matches, that fits here, like the paraphrased version of the sentence? Choose please a letter A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or H, and you just put it in a chat box. So let's check your answer. The answer is C, exactly. So collectors put used bottles into a recycling bin, or empty bottles are gathered together and placed in a special recycling container. Alright, so number 2, these bottles go to a factory and are sorted by color. By the way, here I use American spelling, but you also can use British spelling. The whole idea is you need to be consistent throughout the whole task. So if you use American spelling, make sure that you use it everywhere in your answer. If you use British spelling, make sure that you use it throughout the whole writing. Alright, so what is the answer? And the answer is F. So these bottles go to a factory and are sorted by color, or the collected bottles are then taken to a place where they are classified according to their color. Let's go to number 3. Then a machine crushes the bottles into a bundle. So you can see here, American one is more pleasant. Yeah, Andrew, I also prefer American, but it's only our preference. Yeah, so we cannot say it. That's why both works, and this is just different variations, and some people prefer the British option, others prefer American. It depends. So number 3, then a machine crushes the bottles into a bundle. The answer is B. After this, the bottles are compressed together into a bundle. Let's go to number 4. Next, the bottles are put in a machine that cuts them up. And the answer is D. In the next step, the bottles are fed into a machine that chops them up. Let's go to number 5. After this, the broken bottles are cleaned. And the answer is E. The chopped up plastic is then rinsed with water. Number 6. Then this clean plastic is put into a heater by a worker. Alright, so the answer is A. A worker filters the water from the plastic using a tool, and the plastic then goes into a heater. Let's go to number 7. The plastic is made into pellets by the device. Pellets, these little parts, little particles. And the answer is H. This heating process boils the broken plastic into pellets. And the last one, which is number 8, afterwards these pellets are put into another machine and a screw molds them into bottles. By the way, mold, this is the American spelling, and British would be with U after O. Of course, we have only one answer, which is G. The pellets are put into a machine where a screw grinds them into a mold for new bottles. So I cannot say that the sentences in the first column, in the first row, 8 sentences here with the numbers are much worse. No, I just want you to look at another option, how you can say it in a different way and how you can change the way you say the sentences. Make sure to vary your language because this is one of the requirements. And also try to vary the grammar structures as well. Don't use the passive voice in every sentence. Make sure that you mix passive and active voice. So as I said, try to vary your vocabulary and your grammar. All right, let's move on to the next step. So now you see again this diagram, and I'll give you a sample answer. Let's take a look at it together. So the first, we write the intro. The diagram illustrates how used plastic bottles are recycled and molded into new ones. Then I have the overview, where I just put only the main steps. Like, it's very wide description, so it's not the analysis of each step. And I kind of try to make the conclusion by linking the causes and the effects. So overall, we can see how the bottles go through stages of being collected, cleaned, reshaped, and ultimately reformed. This is a circular process which begins and ends with a plastic product. This is how your overview or conclusion, you can put it at the end, as I said, of your task, how it may look like. And let's take a look at the body. So this is the main part, the description of the whole process, and you just put it into one big paragraph. So this is mine. Also, you can see in pink these words. So why are they in bold and why are they in a different color? Because I wanted to show you that these words play a big role, because these are sequencers, and you gotta use these sequencers because, again, it's much better for a higher score. So let's take a look at what I wrote. In the beginning, empty used plastic bottles are collected and placed in a recycling bin. These bottles are then classified by their color and put into different boxes before going further into the process. As soon as they are sorted, the bottles are compressed together by a crushing machine into a bundle. Following on from this, the crushed bottles are fed into a machine where they are sliced up into individual plastic pieces. The chopped up plastic is in turn rinsed with water. The clean plastic is scooped up by a worker who filters the water using a special tool prior to putting the plastic into a heating machine. A heating process boils the plastic pieces into pellets. Afterwards, these pellets are put into another machine where a screw mashes them into a mold for new bottles. A new bottle is finally ready for use in the packaging of liquids such as soft drinks, cosmetics, and detergents. Alright, so this is my sample answer. Again, you write the intro where you try to paraphrase the prompt sentence or the question. Then you write the overview, or you can put it at the end of your task. And then one piece of writing is the whole paragraph where you describe step by step the steps, the stages of the process, and don't forget, please, to write down the sequencers. All right, so actually that's it, how it can. So we have here more words, more mistakes. So you shouldn't worry about this. Of course, you have to think for yourself what works best for you. If you are worried of making mistakes, yeah, try to make your answer shorter. Again, it's just, of course, the individual thing. All right, so this is how it should look. Now let's take a look at your homework. So here I have another man-made process. This is the production of wood for commercial use. And I have a task for you. So the diagram shows the process of producing wood for commercial use. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. So guys, actually it's gonna be your homework. Try to analyze this process and you can write down your answer. Actually, I allow you to write down your answer in the comments below the video. I'm going to look through your answer. To tell you the truth, I'm not going to correct your mistakes carefully because I just don't have time to go through each answer like this. I will just read your answer and I will try to give you a score, overall band score. So that's why if you want to practice, I'm encouraging you to do so. But if you'd like to practice more, we have the writing correction service, and you can visit our website losangeles.englishschool.com and you can check this out. Our writing correction service, where you can get professional feedback. Also, if you want to prepare for IELTS or TOEFL, or you just want to study, you also can visit our website and check the information about our school. Actually, this brings us to the end of the lesson. So today I decided to make it kind of short, because I don't want to make you tired, exhausted, so I just want to make it as easier as possible. Alright guys, thank you very much for being with me today. Thank you for joining me. I am very happy to see the same names. It's very encouraging. Thanks guys. And again, if you'd like to, you can hit the subscribe button and a bell icon so that you can get notified of all our upcoming lessons. Again, thanks for being with me today. Don't forget to visit our website losangeles.englishschool.com and you're welcome to my lessons. So I will be happy to see you again in my next video or in my next live stream. Thanks guys, I love you, bye!